The supply and confidence may be torn up, but the supply and confidence is very much intact. Now, nothing is more obvious than the motivations of the new Democrat leader in Canada, obviously. Obviously, he's got his pension on his mind. Money on my mind and mind on my money. That's Jagmeet Singh, the Champagne socialist, as we've seen. Now, he's going up and trying to explain to the press why he's propping up the Justin Trudeau government, while it's it's in its most unpopular stage ever. We're in a minority government. The minority governments rarely ever last. They usually go to a non-confidence vote where they go to an early election, which has happened time after time in this country. But this is the one guy between Canadians and seeing an election sooner than the fall 2025. And he's making all kinds of excuses, of course. Here he is. Singh says the biggest threat to the new Democrat Party socialist vision is conservative policies. He claims conservatives will cut healthcare, pensions, etc. He also says he doesn't want a liberal government nor Justin Trudeau as PM. I don't know how this makes any sense, but Canada posting this out there and says, who wants to tell Jagmeet Singh? Anyway, let's get into what he had to say to the press here.
New Democrats I believe that you should be able to have a good job. And that job should be able to let you find a home that you can afford and have a fridge full of groceries. And if you need health care, it should be there for you when you need it, wherever you live, and you shouldn't have to put it on your credit card. Sadly, that is not how things are right now. People are feeling really squeezed. Squeezed when they try to buy their groceries, can't find a place to call home. And healthcare more and more is causing you to pay out of pocket, or it's just simply you have to wait forever to get it. And the biggest threat to our vision for a better future are conservative cuts. And now the Bloc wants to help King Cut himself, Pierre Poilievre, cut the things that you need. Cut your pensions, cut healthcare, cut the dental care program. We want more seniors to be able to take care of their teeth. They want to cut it. They want to cut pharmacare. We want free birth control across this country. So I will not let Pierre Poilievre, the King Cut, or the Bloc call the shots. I don't want a liberal government. I don't want Justin Trudeau as prime minister. There will be an election, and when that election comes, people will have an important choice. And so folks out there, if you've been watching the Liberals focus on themselves instead of your challenges, your problems, and you're losing hope, don't give up. Don't give up hope. We are here for you. We are fighting for you. We are fighting to make sure you get the help and relief you need. We want to give hope to people. We want relief for people. We've got your back.
He doesn't want Canadians to have democracy, apparently. The whole idea here is that Canadians want an election. It's been poll after poll has suggested that Canadians are looking forward to the next election and hopefully an earlier one. And the reason why he says the Conservatives are a threat is because the Conservatives are a shoe-in win for the next election when it does come. So he's thwarting the will of the people in this case, not thwarting anything else, or stopping the Conservatives from doing things that the Canadians don't want. The Conservatives are the ones that the Canadians want in government now, and this is the whole contention. But the contention really comes down to this January, but then also the contested date that might turn out to be the new date for the election next fall, not this date coming up. But let's get into this. So Andrew Scheer says it was all an act. Singh confirmed yesterday he would keep Trudeau in power. Today we find out why. Singh helps keep corrupt Liberals in power. He gets his pension. I'll get the bill. Like you're gonna be footing the bill for this one, because yeah, that's right, Jagmeet Singh's pension is going to be a hefty one. I know the criticism there is that Pierre Poilievre has been eligible for his pension for X amount of time. Yes, because these are the rules. What they're trying to do is skirt around the rules so that he can be eligible for his pension either ahead of time or leave everybody from pull everybody away from the terrible ideas of democracy and self-governance just so this guy can get his pension. Hand over power to Justin Trudeau, who's burning this country down. Michael Cooper saying sellout Jagmeet Singh, pension over country. Yesterday, Jagmeet Singh pledged to prop up Justin Trudeau's government. And here is the Bill C-65 that they were very happy to sign on and very happy to vote for. Bill C-65, an act to amend the Canadian Elections Act. Well, what did this one do? Well, let's look over here. Tablesalt pointing out the very clause, you might as well call it the Jagmeet Singh clause in that one, because it's the sellout Singh pension clause in Bill C-65. They aren't even trying to hide it. If elections dates lands on October 20th, 2025, then it becomes October 27th, 2025. So if we don't have an early election, if we have our election goes all the way till 2025, the scheduled date, they've put the date out by a week. Now, why did they put the date out by a week? And there it is right in the subsection. They put it out by a week because there's about 80 MPs that won't be eligible for their pension if they don't get voted back in if it lands a week earlier. So they put it out to foot the bill to the Canadian taxpayer is what they've done. Instead of relying on the fact, and this is all thanks to Justin Trudeau for calling an early election the last time around. So this should be the penalty for the people that helped him pull that election, which would be those 80 MPs. That's correct. Now, any MPs that look like they're going to get voted back in, they've got nothing to worry about. They've got zero to worry about because they're going to get their seat back and their pensions will come into play after they get reelected. But this is the reality of the situation. And this is a beautiful illustration here. Michael Barrett tweeting this out. Sellout Singh, Jagmeet Singh, and the NDP betrayed Canadians by voting for the carbon tax over 24 times. Tearing up the coalition agreement was just a stunt to distract from years of liberal support, which is going to land them very low in the polls in voting come the next election. If Singh truly wanted to help, he'd vote no confidence and call for a carbon tax election now, but he won't. Why? Well, this video explains it beautifully.
Jagmeet Singh is used to getting what he wants. He went to a high-priced American private school in Beverly Hills. Rolex watches, BMWs, Versace bag. But now he's got a problem. He needs to delay the election till next year when he qualifies for his $2 million pension. So he sold you out, signed on with Trudeau to raise taxes, crime, and housing costs. Sellout Singh. He gets his pension. You pay the price.
Oh boy, do you ever. Boy, do you ever. And yeah, it's going to cost the Canadian taxpayers. So what are the cuts that we might get if we have an early election? Well, it might be one big tax savings right there, and including the other 80 MPs, the ones that, won't get elected back in and are ineligible, bending the rules to save themselves. How many rules have been bent for you? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. How many rules have been bent for you so that you can do well here in Canada? Of course, Michael Barrett also adding the NDP was caught getting insider briefings from the Liberal to delay Canada's fixed election date. They're keeping Trudeau in power to secure their pensions, give Canadians a carbon tax election now.
I think it's important to understand what we've heard this morning through the testimony. We've now got confirmation after several rounds of questions that the NDP were invited and provided briefings with the Liberals in advance of proposed changes to Canada's election laws. And I can clarify, I'm pretty sure Conservatives were not invited to those briefings, or the Bloc Québécois were not invited to those briefings. Canadians would be very surprised, should be very surprised, stunned at the fact that we have two political parties denied at first to work behind the scenes, and then we found out they were provided information briefings. We're going to find out who was at those meetings when they took place, because it's completely unacceptable now for the NDP to say there's problematic parts of the bill. This proves what we heard this morning, that they were absolutely complicit and aware and agreed to the bill that was proposed, specifically the change of the election date that did nothing more to save and preserve their pensions. The NDP leader is going to get his pension in January or February of 2025. That's why he doesn't want to have an election now. But they complain that now it's problematic. It's only problematic for the NDP now because they got caught this morning. They were fully aware of what was happening. They knew what was in the bill, and it was only the backlash that they got rightfully from Canadians that all of a sudden now that they deem this problematic.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely problematic. And what did Jagmeet Singh do in response, or say in response here? Kirk Lubimov posting this one out here. Jagmeet Singh, a.k.a. Sellout Singh, says he'll not support a Conservative and block Quebecois non-confidence motion, and he will keep bootlicking the Liberals for his pension. He is essentially admitting to the Conservatives that the Conservatives will sweep the next election, and NDP and Liberals will have no opportunity to hold Canadians hostage again.
They're having a hard time.
Does that mean that you will not work with the Bloc and Conservatives to bring down the government?
We know people are hurting right now.
Yes.
People are struggling right now. They're
Because
having
of
a hard
them.
time affording their groceries. They're having a hard time affording a place to call home. And seniors are just getting help with their teeth. I'm not going to let Pierre Poilievre, the king cut himself, and the Bloc decide when to cut these things that people need. I'm not going to let them cut the things that people need. So no, I'm not going to play their games.
When he says the things that people need, what are the things that this people needs? Is this people kind? Anyway, I'd love to leave this one with you guys. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about Jagmeet Singh and the other 80 MPs. Do they deserve to have the dates put back? Does Canada deserve to be held hostage for pensions? This is really, at the end of the day, what it's all about. We're all being held hostage based on when these MPs are going to get their payola, the payola that's going to last for the entirety of the rest of their lives. Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see you tonight live at 9:30 Eastern. Tune in. We'll see you then. Keep on trucking.